Hello everyone and welcome to a special edition of Slammin Synapses right here on Facebook and YouTube. This special Monday night is going to be about Money in the Bank, which was held yesterday, as well as the Monday Night Raw that went out there a few hours ago. I had planned on getting to this sooner, but had some things to do, so here we go. Take care of business. If you want to subscribe to me, you'll see a button up here someplace. Click on that. Keep up to date. Otherwise, check through your phone or things of that nature. Keep up to date with me. Money in the Bank yesterday was a very excellent pay-per-view. Top to bottom, action nonstop. Mark Henry went over the Big Show. Daniel Bryan won the SmackDown Money in the Bank portion. Alberto Del Rio won the Raw version. Kelly retained the Women's Championship. And of course, Randy Orton lost the title by disqualification to Christian. And the big event, the big match everyone was there to see, was C.M.Punk versus John Cena, of which C.M.Punk went out the new World Heavyweight Champion and took the belt with him. McMahon came out, he tried to get Alberto to come down and cash the briefcase in. Wasn't successful. C.M.Punk went out, took the belt with him, and C.M. Punk became, like I said, the WWE Heavyweight Champion. Next day, though, after pretty much the best pay-per-view that they ever put on in quite some time, came Monday Night Raw. Now, this is going to get into something that I probably would have wanted to talk about for some time now. Figured this was the right time to do so. The biggest complaint that I've heard from many people, and I kind of agree with it, is that Raw is, of course, taped for TV. That's the main purpose, just to be on USA, to hold a card, to continue storylines, things of that nature. It's basically just, like I said, just a taped TV show. Now, unlike their house shows where they have matches and things happen and there's a beginning and end and a middle, Raw, biggest complaint that I've heard is that it's just that. It's just a storyline show to get things over, to get things to the next level. Sometimes you walk out. I mean, you have times where you've had people that have spent like 40, 50, 60 bucks, 70, 80, depending on the arena, to go there and watch WWE, and when they go see the show, all they're stuck with is either a lot of talking or feeling like they've been let down, like a bait and switch, so to speak. Many times we've heard instances about main events being advertised for Raws that never go on, or things that get changed, things that they've been promoting for quite some time that they just at a whim decide, oh, we're not going to do this. Biggest thing is, because of that, is people tend to get let down quite a lot. This Raw being no exception. This Raw was designated to be a championship tournament to determine the new heavyweight champion. Now, throughout the show, the crowd's sitting there thinking, okay, this is going to be the night that I see a new World Heavyweight Champion crowned. There's going to be a tournament. Someone's going to take it all. We're going to continue the storyline from there. Throughout the day, C.M. Punk was on his Twitter, posting him being at the Chicago Cubs game with the belt in the refrigerator, belt in Chicago on the Cubs logo. C.M. Punk was all over his thing, pointing out the fact that he was the World Heavyweight Champion for a federation that had no champion. Raw, on the other hand, yeah, when you have a tournament where you are designating a World Heavyweight Champion to be crowned that night, only to instead have the entire show just be a angle to change ownership between change day-to-day from Vince to Triple H, you wind up having a lot of sour taste in people's mouths because, okay, I came here, I spent my hard-earned money to watch this event, and for some reason, the whole 2 hours was nothing but storyline, was nothing to aim towards the storyline where Vince loses control of WWE. Now, I'm kind of going back to a time where Vince McMahon came out and said, well, if anyone's going to kill my creation, it's me and my friends in the NW. Or whatever takeover storyline they're going to do. We've seen this before. And it's like, what's it going to be? Like Vince McMahon is going to start running his own programming. Vince McMahon starts to get back in control. He starts to have a renegade show, starts bringing people in. Where are we going with this? We still have to wrap up the whole anonymous GM angle, because with that, if they decide that they're just going to drop it, it pretty much made the entire anonymous GM storyline a waste of time. Wasted a lot of people's time in following that. By now, they should have put out who it is, and by now, if they haven't, they should finish up that storyline instead of just dropping it all together, which is what I think they're going to do. Which, like I said, is going to be a waste of time for people who probably invested their time in following that storyline. So, Raw was a big disappointment today. They had so much momentum, so much fire, so much energy coming off of Money in the Bank, so much possibilities of doing something with Raw, which it seemed like they were about to do. But in the end, they didn't. Instead, it was just a whole, okay, we're going to do a whole you lost control thing. You're probably going to get it back somewhere down the line. We just have to get you back to that again. Because I don't see McMahon anywhere out of the storyline for too long. Like I said, Money in the Bank, great pay-per-view. Excellent pay-per-view. If you have a chance to order it this weekend, if you get a chance to order this week, by all means do so. But Raw, on the other hand, if you DVR it, if you recorded it, if you are getting a tape from this sometime later, don't rush to see it. Because to take a great night and have it just be juxtaposition for okay, you're no longer in control of the company type thing. Really, nothing more I could say. Like I said, the biggest complaint I hear from people when it comes to Raw is it's just a storyline-driven show that you pay to see. And if you're paying $60 or $70 or upwards, depending on the venue, to do nothing but just sit there and watch a storyline. I mean, hell, TNA, you can get in for free for the most part. I mean, granted, you have to pay to get into the park, and some of the people in the arena are people just like that. But for the most part, if you get there and you get lucky, you get in free and enjoy a show. So you're not like wasting your money. You just wasted your time for the most part with some shows. But to have people spend that much to either false advertise or make them think that something's going to happen, but then yank the rug out from under them, is something that is not cool. It's not good. So yeah, like I said, Money in the Bank, great show. Raw, very questionable. May come back at you with another special Slammin Synapses later in the week. Plus, I'm going to join you back with my Thursday night show, the one that I submit for inclusion to PW Insider. So if you have any comments that you want to drop me, feel free to do so, either through this site or through my email address, aguri@yahoo.com. We thank you for joining me on this special Monday night. See you later, and so long from ringside. Good night, everybody.